Hello and welcome back to my channel, or if you're just joining for the first time, welcome. I am here to do the end of the year tarot tag for 2025, AVR to Chanel days. Let's go ahead and jump right in. I have changed some things around a little bit to make them more resonate with me, but let's go ahead. The first prompt is, and by the way, there's 12 prompts, and I will list them all down below. Prompt number 1, deck you loved using the most this year. I absolutely could not pick one deck, so I picked the 3 tarot decks that I use the most and why. So the first one is the Light Seers, and this is my this is my first copy. It's very loved, very used, and this is the deck that I use for client readings. Not so much for myself anymore, as much as I love it, but I see it enough when I'm doing client readings. But still, it's a deck that you can go to for any reading you wish. I mean, it's the Light Seers, right? Everybody knows the Light Seers. So I had to include this because it is a deck that I use the most. Ever since I've had this deck, it's probably my most used deck. So that's the Light Seers. Next, and my paper just fell. Next is the Pamela Coleman Smith Deluxe Gold Limited Edition or something like that it's called. It's no longer in print. You can see mine is warped from use. I use this one for myself and client readings. And it's the glossy. I mean, you can still get it, but they want big bucks for this one. But I couldn't leave it out because it's a deck I use almost every day. For quite a while now. To pull my card of the day, or if I am just sitting at my desk and need a quick answer or something, or feel like looking to the cards for something. I mean, it's typical RWS, but I like it. I don't know, it's more crisp and clear and clean. I love it. I love it. A lot of people don't like the backs, but I love them. I love the color green. I don't like gold, but they work. And I was going to try not to mention this deck because I do in every video, but how could I not, right? Because it's my true love, the Bone Stone. This is my 3rd most used deck. And this is the Indie edition. I have the mass market. I did not get on with the mass market version, so it hasn't been. I didn't use it, so I gave it to my son, and he was like, "No, Mom, I want the real one. He goes, I want the real one." So he didn't even take it, but it's here still. But yeah, I wasn't. That's another story. But the Bone Stone, yes, it's my love. It's my love, it's my light, it's my baby. And this beautiful bag for it. A lot of people have asked where I got this from. She doesn't sell them anymore, unfortunately. She used to be on Etsy, and she's not anymore. The next prompt number 2, let me get my paper fixed over here. Most recent edition. So I grabbed a couple of them. One being the Soul Reflections Tarot. I really like this deck a lot. I love the book. The book is really good. And in this tag, I tried to, you know, change things up a lot. Not change things up a lot, but not mention the same decks over and over and over and over and over and over. But this is a new release this year. This was one of my most anticipated decks, and it did not disappoint. I really like this deck a lot. You got upright keywords and reverse keywords down here. I always keep all my cards in the upright position, but if they fly out in reverse, then sometimes I honor that. But this is one of my more recent additions, and I did pull two because I just received a deck today, so I was like, I might as well add it in there. But this is the Soul Reflections Tarot. I would probably say this deck and Seasons of the Winter Tarot, probably deck of the year, those two. And look at those backs. So there's one of my new additions. And then this one, I just got it today. I've got something going on with the angel vibes. I don't know. Something going on with angel vibes. So it's just a deck I picked up off Amazon. I'm not sure if it's AI. Probably some AI in here. I'm trying to refrain from purchasing AI decks, but I do like the concepts here. But I'm not going to get big and go heavy in a conversation over AI. It's just, I never had a problem with it before. I don't really have a problem with it now, but I am going to try to refrain from purchasing AI decks, because I have seen what it's doing to a lot of publishers. But I don't know. I'm on the fence about that. So if you'd like AI decks, I have nothing against you. I have AI decks. It's just, I think it's time that, for myself personally, that I'm going to try not to purchase so many. I'm going to try not to purchase so many decks anyways. 2026, I think, is going to be my year of indie decks. I'm after indie decks. So this is a really cool angel number deck and messages. And like I said, I've got something going on with angels lately. I've just gotten, I think, 3 decks, 2 for Christmas, and then I got this one today, all angel decks. So yeah. And about the AI, you know, everybody, I mean, it's everywhere. It's not going to change. It's going to just progress. So kind of something people need to be mindful of as well, you know. I mean, it's there. Prompt number 3, deck that isn't your usual style, but you're vibing with it. So a deck that I have had for a while, Beautiful Beast Tarot. It's not an easy deck, but it is such a lovely deck. So this deck is, I guess you would say, pippish. Every card has an animal in the background. You're not going to get no people in here. And one of my biggest things was when I first got it, I was like, I'm hoping that the guidebook will at least tell us what animals in here. But these animals are from the RWS. So obviously, like this Fool card, we can guarantee that that's probably the white dog, right? The High Priestess, definitely probably an owl. But the guidebook does not tell you on them all. Here we probably have the wolf and the dog. But, I don't know. It's an interesting deck. If you sit down and do a reading with this, it's very interesting, I guess is the word I would use. Very interesting. And it's weird that I put it under this category, a deck that isn't your usual style. I do like pip decks, but I like them to be illustrated, kind of like this, you know? Like here's the Seven of Cups. It's not just all pippish. You've got the Seven of Cups, and they've got their elements and stuff in them. But this is just such an interesting deck. Knight of Swords. Obviously, this is the white horse, probably. And it's weird because some of them will tell you. Obviously, here, the Sun card, the white horse. But it's got the RWS animals in there. But nonetheless, very interesting. And it's very interesting to do a reading with. And it's also a deck I think I want to work with more. What was that? The Two of Swords. Oh yeah, look at that. Isn't that neat? All right. And that is Beautiful Beast Tarot. Independent deck off Etsy. I'm not sure if it's still out and about. Prompt number 4, favorite deck pairing. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's one that I really love. And both decks are by the same publisher. Those are some extra cards that I don't use. So it's the Intuit Tarot. And the Intuit Zodiac 180 Oracle. I just love these decks. Oh, do I got these upside down? I don't, but one ended up upside down. Okay. Oh, I see what I did. Yeah, I'm going to turn that around because, like I said, I like to have my decks start out. Probably can't see that the best, huh? I do have my camera kind of tilted on purpose. But I love these decks. All these decks, I do have full walkthroughs here on my channel. Oh, we do got some upside down. Must have been from the last time I was using them. But these, I love these. You can use these cards for so many different things. Justice, Well, Six of Cups. Oops. Not even in the damn screen. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't know what I did wrong here. Knight of Swords, Nine of Wands, and Roses. And you get all these different, that's why I like this. You can pair these decks with any decks, but you get all these different things plus that image So I wouldn't say my absolute favorite, but they're what came to mind as soon as, oh wow, the Lovers, the Knight of Cups, and then we have Kerosene. But they are the two decks that popped in my mind when I seen the prompt. Intuit Tarot. I also have the edition that has all the little keywords coming down the sides. But I love these decks. I really, really love them. I have almost the whole Intuit collection. Almost all of their decks except for their twin flame ones, because if you know me, you know I don't believe in no twin flame shit. Soulmates, yes. Twin flames, no. Next prompt. Prompt number 5. Divination accessories, dice, journals, altar items, deck mod, bag cloth, or any accessory bought or made. So I've got a little pile of them here. I would have to say one of my top favorite divination accessories are my charms. My charms and my buttons. So here are the lovely charms. Been using charms for years. And I haven't used them in a while, and I miss them, so I was so happy. And they stay right here on my desk, and I have thousands and thousands, but these are the charms that really call to me. So I have my charms, and I have my buttons. We have a tent, a dog, hourglass, books, an archway. Question mark, a mask, yes, the moon. And I just love these, and when I do readings with these for people, they love the edition. Got these off Etsy. Oh my gosh, a long time ago. I can't even remember. Tea with Karen, I think her name was. And she's on Etsy. So my charms, my bell. This bell stays right on my reading space, and I cleanse everything with my bell. So I use my bell every day, and I have many bells, but this bell is the bell. And I wish I could find another one just because, and I can't. I have searched high and low. I think I got this from Witch Casket, but it doesn't say Witch Casket on it. Either Witch Casket or the Witch's Moon. I don't know. But my bell. So I'm going to put it back in its place. A favorite crystal. This is just, I have a few favorite crystals, but this one I just love. There's something so beautiful. I just love this crystal. It's wire wrapped with the chakra tree, but I want to say that my sister Robin, who we lost, gave me that crystal. And then my next thing, I have to mention this book. It's this book, Secrets of the Waite-Smith Tarot. And I read it over and over and over and over. This book has everything you could ever imagine about the tarot, right down to the name of the dog on the Fool card. It has so many things about Pixie in here, about Arthur. I mean, this book, if you don't have this book, I'm telling you guys, get this book. It is full of things that will blow your mind. Next prompt, great card backs. And for that one, I had to go with the beautiful Seed Tarot, because they are absolutely stunning. I actually have two. So that one. And the Unfolding Path Tarot. Now there's a blast from the past, right? How long has it been since anybody's pulled this deck out? I've had it out over the last few days and have been falling back in love with it. But look at those backs. And this deck will appear in this prompt, or this tag again shortly. So those were my choices for best tarot backs. This is out of print. This is the mass market. Next prompt, deck with a theme you like. My RWS Panorama. I really want, this is a deck I really got to get into a little bit more. There's the backs. So it's RWS, but you're seeing the bigger picture here of what the creator imagines is, you know, on either side of the cards. The only thing, a lot of people probably wouldn't like that it's landscape. I don't totally mind. I think it's just so cool, because you can really pull in a lot more on your readings with this, you know, being able to see so much more. I've done readings for myself with this, just haven't done any client readings yet, but this deck is really freaking cool. Look at this star up there. These, this is still available. Look at, and a sword is dropped there. They do have the titles on them. They're down here in the corners or up in the corners. Look at the work shed in the Eight of Pentacles. Isn't that awesome? It's very, very cool. Very cool. And this is an independent deck that you can get off Etsy. And I would only, well, I would suggest only purchasing it from the creator, because there are so many knockoffs of this deck out there. And if you're in the US, it will take a little while for it to get to you. And the shipping is freaking insane, but make sure you've got that certificate of authenticity, because, like I said, so many people are selling knockoffs of that guy. Next, the most beautiful deck this year. So I did pick two decks that were released this year. First one is the Tapping Solutions Daily guidance cards. You've seen these on my channel, but if you know anything about the tapping solution, you get that. Oh, trying to get a, you get that on, you get that as well. Or you can just use for an oracle deck. And when you say beautiful, are these not beautiful? And what you would do, say you're not feeling safe, you're down, you know, you've got the blues. You would come and you would do the tapping solution. Even when the world feels uncertain, I am safe. Obviously, you'd be doing the tapping on your face and torso, whatever. I gently release any fear and ground myself in this moment. Every breath I take reminds me that I am safe. I am grounded and I am protected. I come home to myself. I create safety in and around me. I am safe. So, you know, you can actually look through the deck and pull one out for, you know, your current situation. Say you need more abundance in your life. Start tapping. Grab that card and tap. But if you look, they're like beautiful watercolors. I think. I don't even know. There's one in here. Yeah, look, for clarity. These are beautiful. And just the concept, really, tapping solution and cards, or just an oracle. I slow down and check in with my needs. They have one for grounding in here, which I use a lot. I release the pressure to be perfect. I am enough. There's the grounded one. I used to have it out on my desk, but it's been a rough few months, as most of you know, for us in this household. Okay, so that was one of my choices. And my second one was the Forest of Enchantment Oracle, because, oh my gosh, I mean, if you know the Forest of Enchantment Tarot, you can just imagine the oracle, right? Another deck I have not used. I haven't used it, but I have not forgotten the beauty of it either. And I haven't used it because I don't totally love the keywords down here, the titles, but I love the imagery and could probably go off that. She looks more like a high priestess like type to me, a teacher, a hierophant type vibe. He kind of looks green manish, and I could probably go off that, but like some of them, I'm Lonely Gnome, but I'm here for the art. And I just had to have the deck because I love the Forest of Enchantment Tarot. So, absolutely stunning. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Very glossy, so I can't really do much about that glare. But definitely, by far, one of the most beautiful decks. Look at that gingerbread house. One of the most beautiful decks of 2025. Lore Keeper's Bookshop. Yeah, it's hard for me to even see the titles. My eyes are so awful. Forest of Enchantment Oracle. Next prompt, deck you wish existed or unicorn deck you want. I was sorry, I was making sure I didn't skip one. So, I'm not sure about a deck that I wish existed. I wouldn't really call it a well, the deck I wish for is the Tarot of Echoes, the indie version. I had it, I pre-ordered it, I got it, and then I ended up selling it like a big dummy, and I've wanted it back lately, like really, really bad, but I can't find it anywhere, or I'd buy it, but I can't find it. So there's that prompt. Prompt number 10, which card sums up this year as a whole, or a card whose energy you want to bring in? So, this year, this year has been a 10 of Swords for me. This card, not this card specifically, but I chose this deck just to show the card. The 10 of Swords has stalked me for months. It flies out, it drops out, it falls on the floor. If a chunk of cards fall out of the deck, 9 times out of 10, that fucker's in there. And it makes sense to me. At first, I wasn't liking it at all. Usually, I never like, oh gosh, I'm scared of that card. I'm not scared of tarot cards. But I was like, that card, under the circumstances, needs to stay away. But I feel like, you know, this year was almost my rock bottom with my daughter, 11 years old, being diagnosed with cancer. Lost it. I lost it. But I'm finding my way. We're hoping for good results. So yeah, it's the 10 of Swords, and my way of looking at it now is, you know, this is the ending of something horrible, right? This horrible thing that has happened is now coming to an end. And that's how I will look at that 10 of Swords. So that is my card of the that sums up the year. Prompt number 11, Tarot Practice Reflection. So again, this 2025 has been rough, so I haven't been really consistent in my practices, but when it comes to the tarot, when it comes to tarot, you know, there's usually not a day that goes by that I don't have a deck in my hand, that I'm not shuffling, that I'm not pulling a card. Even if it's just looking through a deck, just to look through a deck, the cards bring me peace. And plus client readings. I have not stopped client readings. I continue my client readings. So I would say my tarot practice is still in full swing, and I'm still doing my thing. Prompt number 12. Pull a card for the new year or a deck you want to use next year. So I'm not going to do the pull a card for the year. I'm not doing that this year. I'm not doing the envelopes for each month because I don't want that weight hanging over me. I don't want to say pull the Devil card or the Tower card or something for a month and then think, okay, when's everything coming crashing down? So I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. But I will tell you, or what I will do for this prompt is I have picked a card for the vibes that I would like to bring in for this year. And it's from I chose the Unfolding Path Tarot for this card, and it is the Strength card. So if I were to choose an energy for 2026, it would be strength. I need strength. That's what I need in 2026. So, and that is so pretty. So thank you for joining me for this tag. Chanel, as always, thank you for creating such a wonderful tag. It's always so fun to do this tag. I didn't think I was going to have time to get it in before the end of the year, but I did it. It was fun. Thank you all for watching. Take care and brightest blessings, and happy, happy, happy New Year to all.